That's in a different spot, that's why.
I said, are we ready?
Hello.
Hi.
We're ready.
Hello.
Welcome to book club.
Welcome to book club. We skipped a week. Somebody abandoned me is what happened.
I was about to ask whose fault that was because I truly couldn't remember. It was mine.
It was hers. She went to her parents for the 4th of July and left me. And while I totally support visiting family, we do the 4th of July together.
Yeah.
Every year. Whether we're doing something or nothing, we do it together.
That's lovely hair.
Thank you.
I read Hunger Games.
No, she didn't. She listened to it on her 50 million hour drive to her parents.
That's true. I listen to Hunger Games. What's funny is I jump back and forth between them, but when I pop up Kendall, it'll say the last thing that you were on because it's connected with Audible.
Oh, yeah.
It'll jump to it. I was like, perfect, that's exactly where I was. And it'll do the same vice versa too. So, yeah. These books are not on Kindle. I bought them years ago when the movies came out. Or when the first movie came out. So I've had them on my Kindle.
Oh, I don't think I knew that you had them on your Kindle.
Yeah.
I don't. And I will not buy a book on Kindle. I pay for the Kindle app, and that is all I am willing to pay for on Kindle.
Yeah.
I know that I'm cheap. It's because I spend my money elsewhere.
That's fair.
But I already had these books because when they came out, I'm pretty certain that my mom bought them for me at Sam's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping, because you said you'd had them for a while, you know, sometimes they'll have the price back here.
Yeah.
It's not back here. It makes me sad. Because
Oh.
I wanted to know how much they were.
Well, let me see if it's on the other one.
Yeah,
I know
see
that
if
she
it's on
got
the
them
other
at Sam's,
others.
though. That's where I got a lot of my books back then. This one's damaged. It's lost its... Oh, no, I must have pulled the sticker off because I can see the sticky right there.
Bitches.
I know. Yep.
Yeah, no. And then that one doesn't have the cover anymore.
Yeah, that was a dog accident.
Yep.
Oh, Minnie.
So the last time... You've read them before, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
The last time I read them was when the first movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like... I watched it, and I was like, oh, that's good. Let me read, first of all, the books, so I can see what the differences are, and then read the other two books. And
Same.
so that was 2012 when the movie came out.
I don't
That's
even
how
think
long
I was,
it's
like,
been.
hyped up about the movie. Like, we just went to the
No,
movies
I just
back
went
then.
to watch it, yeah.
What we did.
Yeah, I wasn't, like, super excited. I was like, yeah, this looks good, I'll watch it.
I think it was me and Lance and Steve all went together, and Steve was like, what the hell was that movie? And
When you go into it blind, not knowing, you're like, what the fuck happened? They put these kids into the... This is insane. So, yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it's the book. Well, I've got to read the books.
Yes.
And so then I read all of them.
Yeah.
I have not seen all of the movies.
Just baffling
I
to me.
also haven't, I know. Haven't read all of this last week and this week's book. It's been a rough couple weeks. Not only was I abandoned, but this is the first time I've seen Kayla since she got back.
Yeah.
So I've been 2 weeks without seeing her, basically.
That's a lie. I went into her office and gave her a Dutch Bros.
She ran into my office and ran back out. So I didn't even...
She was on the phone.
I
in the
didn't
middle
even
of an
really
audit.
see her. So it really doesn't count. But we, at my job, had corporate people there the first week doing a mock audit. And then we had state people in there the second week doing the actual audit. So it's been hell. But that's done now. And we're moving on. But because of that, I've been so brain dead and tired when I get home from work that I have not been reading. I did read some this past weekend because I was on chapter 2 for so long. I would look at the book and I'm like, I just don't want to. And it's not like, well, I wasn't in the mood to read that, so I was reading other things. I wasn't reading anything, and that is unusual for me. I'm always reading something, usually 2 to 3 books at a time. I've not been reading anything.
Yeah.
So I did over the weekend get up to the halfway point with hopes that, like, okay, I could read this many pages on Monday night and this many pages. Yeah, it didn't happen. Because when I got to work on Monday, then the state surveyor was there unexpectedly. Thank goodness we had practiced that mock survey the week before.
Yep.
And so if you work in healthcare, you know what that's like. And so I am the office manager at where I work. And so that I play a bigger role in that survey than I used to. So long story short, it's been mentally exhausting. So I haven't been reading at night. So I've pretty much just been like doom scrolling on my phone and watching baseball. The Rays couldn't even pull it out for the Yanks. There was a 4-game series and we split the series, and I don't love that, but that is what happened.
We're still up. Well, how many games were we up by?
We were up by 4.
So we're up by 3 now.
So.
Should be.
So anyway.
But yeah.
So Kayla's really going to carry us through most of this book club. I know that's disappointing.
It says we're still up by 4. So you must have looked at it afterwards.
Oh, I meant we were up by 4 before the series started.
Oh. We're still there.
Okay.
Which makes sense since we split the series.
I wasn't going to say how I'm so brain fried that, like, yesterday I was trying to do math and I took a number and divided it by 2 to see, like, if I do half, how many do I need to do? And I was like, okay, 70. And midway through, I was like, if I do 70, how many will be left?
70?
Yes, that is the correct answer, but I found that out when I brought out my calculator and checked it. And then I was like, oh, duh. God, I'm brain fried. I'm really done. So, Kayla's going to carry us through book club today.
Yeah, so we've already read them. I've watched all the movies. I'm a big Hunger Games fan. I watched the first Hunger Games movie pretty often.
I've seen it several times.
Yeah.
But I think the most recent time might be, like, probably 4 months ago, maybe.
Okay, that's not bad.
I watched it with
mine was
Liam.
sometime in the past couple weeks, so.
Oh.
Was that the first time Liam saw it?
Yeah, but he didn't, like, sit down and watch. Like, I thought it would be good and interesting that it would be enough action for him to sit down and watch, but he didn't. And so it was kind of just me watching it by myself.
Yeah, that's fine. But I didn't go last year, but I went the year before. Every year they, like, I shouldn't say every year. The past 2 years they play them in the theater. They replay them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I went to the day. So they played them, because there's 4 movies, right? And this is before Ballad of Songbirds came out. There's 4 movies, and they would play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 1 movie each night.
Oh.
And then Sunday, they're like, you're in it for the long haul for 10 hours. And they played all of them back to back on Sunday. You get there at 10 a.m. and you're out at midnight. Or whatever the math is on that.
No, thank you.
I got through Catching Fire, and I was like, I'm out.
That's number 2.
Yeah.
You finished 2 movies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You call yourself a trooper.
I know. It was awful. I was like,
You were in the movie theater seats, though, or you were in the recliner seats?
Oh, it was the recliner seats.
Oh.
I wouldn't have gone to a regular one. And that was the problem. I started to fall asleep.
Oh.
Because I was so comfy. I took a blanket. I took a hoodie as a pillow to just kind of, like, watch it. And I started falling asleep. And I was like, do I really want to stay here for the last 2? Nah, and I left. And it was a full theater.
I was about to ask, was it packed?
It is.
That's shocking.
So they just announced today that they're bringing all of them back, including Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes in September, and then the new Sunrise on the Reaping comes out in November.
They're doing it in September?
Yeah. So whatever
I can't go to a movie theater on a Wednesday night.
Let's see when they come out. Hold on. I want to see what nights.
If you have kids, you understand that school nights are not movie nights.
Yeah, no. I kind of wish that they would start it like on Tuesday night or Monday, whatever, and then do half the movies on Saturday and half the movies on Sunday, because I would be able to survive that. Huh?
I feel like you're yelling at me.
Are your hearing aids on?
No.
My bad. Alright, let's look up Hunger Games.
We were telling Haley that we were going to take them to a movie the other day.
Yeah.
Because we were going to go see the Minions and Monsters movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And she was like, where we went last year? Because, you know, everything's last year. Yep. And Lance was like, no, we're going to go to the other theater. And I said, yeah, it's a fancy one. It has recliners and everything. And Lance goes, yeah, there's AC there.
Because we didn't AC the last
I was like,
the AC broke?
Maybe we won't sweat to death in this one.
So, I had not looked them up yet. Because you have to, like, search for it specifically. This says, before the sunrise, experience the Mockingjays' epic adventure on the big screen. Whether you follow the rebellion from the beginning or meeting Katniss for the first time, the games await. The colorful characters, heart-stopping action, and struggle for the nation of Panem's future all lie within the Hunger Games. The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay Part 1, Mockingjay Part 2, and Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This September, reignite the spark. Each film features new sneak peeks into the upcoming Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping movie. Now I'm in. I'm going to have to go.
You were already going.
I mean, I was contemplating it. And I was like, I can just watch them at home.
When? In September. It's a busy month.
So, Hunger Games is... Oh, fuck, I'm not going. It's your birthday weekend.
Oh.
The first one's on the 3rd.
Oh, we're in town, though.
It is. It's at 7 p.m. on the 3rd. That's college.
You might have plans that day.
I might have plans that day. And then Catching Fire's the 4th. God damn it. Why do you make me go all the way out? This is Part 1. Is on the 5th. And then... Oh, there's the view wall. Okay. Part 2 should be on the 6th.
I would like to see...
You haven't...
The last two.
Yes, and I feel like seeing them on the big screen is the way to go. So, there's a theater where we're going, so... And then Songbirds and Snakes is on Monday. So it goes Tuesday to Monday. Or, sorry, no, Thursday to Monday.
Thursday to Monday, okay.
But they aren't
Monday
doing...
is a holiday.
Oh, yeah, it is. So that's Labor Day weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
But they are not doing the whole... All of them in one go.
Well, that's because that's too long. That's stupid.
You have to read it, Songbirds and Snakes, too.
Yeah.
Because you haven't read that one yet.
Correct.
Okay, cool. And then you should see the last 3 in theaters for sure.
Yes, that is my plan.
Cool. I'm excited. Oh, look. Fast and Furious.
Who are they doing that?
They're doing a 25th anniversary. Oh, they're doing about a week at the end of August.
Oh my god, I have to go see that with my husband. I mean, you too. But... The story behind that
I've been waiting for these tickets to release. I'm so excited.
It's the 25th anniversary. Is that what you said? So 25 years ago would have been what? 2006?
2001?
What year are we in?
2026. So
I was saying
minus
20
1.
years ago would have been 2006. So yes. 2001. Okay, so 2001. I told you I'm brain fried.
Why didn't you just do 2026 minus 25?
2001. Because I said 2006 and was like, no, that would have been 20 years
ago.
ago.
Okay.
I have no brain left. Anyway, the first time I went to see Fast and the Furious in theaters, the first one, was with my husband and his current girlfriend.
Okay. I don't even remember.
I was such good friends with her. She's still a sweetheart. I have no issues with her.
I don't think I saw the first one in theaters. I think
You were probably too young.
How old was I in 2001?
Because I wasn't old enough to.
Oh, I was in the 6th grade. So
yeah, I was gonna say you were too young.
And we were poor, so I didn't know. I shouldn't say we were poor, but we didn't have movie money.
That's why we went to the matinee.
Yeah. So yeah, I was eventually able to watch one of them, whether I got it on the Redbox or saw it in theaters, whatever, and then I was obsessed with them. So
we were not old enough to drive, obviously. He was old enough to drive, but she wasn't allowed to ride in the car with him, so her mom dropped us off at the movie theater.
Oh, okay. Fun times.
Yeah.
So they're also doing an anniversary. So I love the anniversary movies because the last one I did
because we're old.
Back to the Future. That came out the year I was born, I think. So I was like, I really enjoy this movie.
I feel like Back to the Future came out in the 80s.
I mean, I was born in 89. Let's see. So I was like, oh, I didn't even, like, get the chance to watch this movie. Oh, I was born in 85. I wasn't even, came out in 85.
I thought that it was earlier than that.
So when they did that anniversary movie in the theaters, I was like, oh, I'm totally gonna watch it. It was really fun, too. I went into a moving seat one, too, and it was fun.
You should have told me. I could have let you take my bag. I have a Back to the Future fanny pack.
Yes, you're right.
I have a fanny pack for every occasion.
Oh my god. So yeah.
Do you want to talk about the book?
I mean, we're kind of there.
Oh.
We're kind of... I mean, it's Hunger Games. You either know the book or you don't.
Well, you can say that about any book. Okay, so it starts out... It's in the future, but dystopian?
So...
Or it's not in the future.
It's dystopian. We don't get a year.
I felt like it was in the future, though.
We get
why did I
30
feel that
years
way?
ago, 20 years ago. Like, we don't get a year.
I know, but why did I feel like it was in the future?
Because they use the United States, and clearly we're not living in that time, so we're like, oh yeah, this is definitely in the future. So we just assume, but we don't really have a year. So people...
I feel like there was something said that made me think that it was in the future. Not a specific time frame, but something that was said that made me think, like, okay, we're...
Well, because, I mean, they talk about the technology, which we clearly don't have or didn't have at the time the book came out, whatever. There is a theory on, like, Reddit or somewhere, I don't know, saying that 2026 was the year of the first Hunger Games.
Well, we're supposed to be driving
it's
flying cars right now.
not supported. Like, people are like, where do you get that information? And no one can support that information.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. People just make things up and run with it.
So it is dystopian, post-apocalyptic. I don't want to say apocalyptic because it wasn't. It was just the rebellion. Oh, there's the price. $17.99. That's not far off from how much books are now.
No, prices haven't changed. Oh, it says in the ruins of a place once known as North America.
Right.
Like, so... I guess that's why I would think it was the future if it was once known as North America.
So there was the government, pretty much, which is now known as the Capitol, and they are in charge, and at one point there was a rebellion against the government, and the government won, and the people lost.
I think they cheated, but they won.
Oh, I mean, definitely. And so they put on the Hunger Games as a reminder of the rebellion and what they lost and how gracious the Capitol is to them by giving them food and, whatever.
Which they don't give them.
You know.
There's districts, and the further out you go, the higher the number. So 13 is the end, which apparently no longer exists and was exploded.
Yeah.
So 12 then became the last one, which is where the main character's from.
Yeah.
And they have, like, nothing.
Yeah. They are the coal district. So each district is in charge of a certain industry. So there's, like, technology and water and wood and fabrics and coal. And they're all in charge of different things. So, as a remembrance...
And the people that live in the capital do nothing.
Yeah, no, they
sleep and eat.
They reap off of all the benefits of everyone else.
Yeah.
So, because of that, they started the Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is they take a boy and a girl from each district to fight to the death. And when you say that...
Is it every year that they have a Hunger Game?
It's every year.
Every year they have a Hunger Game.
And when you say that, it reminds me of, like, the first time I watched this movie, and I was probably like, what the fuck? What?
It reminds me of that movie that Stone Cold Steve Austin is in, where they are prisoners, and they take these prisoners out to this island and drop them for a reality TV show where you have to fight to the death. Have you never seen that movie?
No. I think I've seen, like, a similar, like, Jason Statham movie like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
That sounds like something he would do. But yeah. It's got Stone Cold in it.
Maybe we're talking about the same movie and I don't realize. So they do this, and they fight to the death, pretty much. There's 24 of them, because there's 12 districts. Some districts are more likely to succeed, because while they're not supposed to train for the Hunger Games, they do. But no one really stops them.
That is the districts that are more rich.
Yeah.
Which are the ones that are closer to the capital.
Yeah. According to the movies, districts 1 and 2 are the career districts. According to the books, districts 1 through 4 are the career districts. They don't really distinguish that outside of the two. So, yeah, they fight to the death. Mm-hmm. So this is a story about Katniss and the books in her POV. And she gives us a lot of background information. She tells us about her dad dying in the coal mines. Mm-hmm. She tells us about her mom kind of checking out when her dad dies. She tells us about her little sister Prem and how she had to take care of her sister when her mom checked out because they were both starving. When you turn 12 years old, that is the first year that your name goes into the bucket to be drawn out. Mm-hmm. When you are also 12, because that's when your name starts going into the bucket, you can get more tesserae, which is basically it's food rations pretty mm-hmm. much. I think that they get a grain, and that's all I remember. But every time you get tesserae, maybe? Oh yeah, oil. Every time you get tesserae, your name goes in again.
It automatically goes in when you turn 12, and then you take
every time you get tesserae, it goes in again. And then each year after, your name goes in again. So when Katniss was 12, her name went in once, however many tesserae she got, that's how many of it. But then when she was 13, her name went in the one time for being 12, and then 2 times when she was 13. So her name in was 3 times when she was the second year that she could have been drawn. And that happened each year until they're 18.
Yeah.
What is it? The Condemned?
Yeah.
I've not seen this movie. What year is it?
2007.
I'm going to look this up.
It's a good movie.
Oh, that shot looks familiar. Maybe I have seen it. Oh, Central America Prison. That tracks. Alright. I'll watch it. Cool. So yeah. So
she enters her name, like she accepts the free items and she does what needs to be done so that her name can be entered and never lets her sister Prem enter her name.
This is Prem's first year, so Prem's name is in it once.
She turned 12 and that's it.
Her name's in it once.
So the odds are
in Prem's favor. Yeah, they have the saying, "May the odds be ever in your favor." And she says in the book, she said her friend Gail
is a boy.
Is a boy, yeah.
Don't be confused.
He has several younger siblings, and he's the one who always gets to tesserae for his family. And she said his name was in this is his 18th year, so his final year. But she said his name was in there at least, I think, 40-something times. Or maybe, I don't know. I have to see. It was in there a lot, because he gets the tesserae, and then each subsequent year he gets his name in that many times.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And she even said, so the odds aren't in Gail's favor, but they're definitely in Prem's favor. So we get to the reaping, and
which is where they draw the names. Yes,
and she's not even worrying about anything, and then they call Primrose Everdeen, her sister. And in the movie, it's a very quick I volunteer as tribute, because she says, "Nope, I'm gonna volunteer. You're not taking my sister. I'm going in instead of her." And then Peta's drawn, which is the boy for the district. So during the movie, I was like, why the fuck are they saying Peter like that? That's so weird. And then I opened the book. I was like, oh, it was Peta. Okay.
Pita bread.
Like pita bread, but it's spelled Peeta. So, yeah. In the book...
That's hilarious.
I really was like, such a weird way to say Peter. Do they have accents? Aren't they American? I was very confused. In the book, there's a slight pause because the correct way to do it is you reap someone, they get put on stage, you introduce them, and then you say, would anyone like to volunteer for this tribute? And then you volunteer if you want to volunteer. Katniss skipped all that shit and was like, I volunteer, take me. So they tried to be like, no, we have to do this the right way. And the mayor was like, she wants to volunteer, just take her. Like, why do we care? So there was that little bit of difference. But the biggest difference in books 1 and 2 and the movies is we don't get the character Madge, which is the mayor's daughter. And she is really good friends with Katniss. She is where her Mockingjay pin comes from, which is her like little home thing and ends up being the sign of the rebellion. She's the one who provides Morphling when Gale gets in trouble in the second book. She's the
Don't
whole...
give us that information.
It's fine. It's just like she doesn't exist in the movies.
No.
And she's such a large character in the first 2 books that you're like, what? It was just, I feel like it was such an odd thing. And with Sunrise and the Reaping,
don't give us details.
She's another, like, she's not a character, obviously, because this is the future and that's in the past. But she comes into play, and you're like, So, yeah. That's the biggest difference between the book and the movies, other than the ending. The ending gets a little wonky. So, yeah, her and Peeta go. They go and they get treated like royalty because they're basically, like, feeding them to fatten them up to kill them. And they train.
They broadcast these Hunger Games as long as they last. Like, if it lasts 2 days or 2 weeks, they broadcast the whole thing on TV for the entire country to watch these people fight to the death.
It's mandatory watching, pretty much. Like,
yeah.
It has to be on. So, yeah, they've made a spectacle of it, which you learn a little bit more about how it came to be like that in Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. But it's a spectacle, and you have to watch this, and you're going to love it. And the only people who love it are the Capitol.
Yeah,
everyone else is like
literally watching their loved ones die.
Yeah.
And the people in the Capitol find it an honor to go in and watch it for entertainment.
Yeah. So Katniss and Peeta go off and they're getting training. They're getting media training because they have to be in front of the camera for a little bit. They do interviews and different stuff. They get
apparently Katniss isn't very likable.
No. Well, like,
maybe she has RBF?
Katniss is an unreliable narrator. When it comes to, like, she's just an unreliable narrator. Senna, you get a little bit of that with Senna because she's like, everyone hates me, and Senna's like, I don't hate you.
Yeah, but
she is a little bitchy.
She does the questioning with Senna, and he's like, yeah, no, I see what he's talking about. So that's what I mean by she doesn't come across as having any likability.
Yeah. She doesn't want to fake it for people.
It's not necessarily that everybody hates her, but she despises the people of the Capitol because they find enjoyment in this Hunger Games. Yeah. And where she comes from, you're literally, like, if she goes and dies, winning is her only option. Because if she dies, she's the breadwinner for her family. Her family will starve to death.
Yeah.
And that's her concern. Yeah. So she's frustrated with being in this place where people take everything for granted and enjoy watching this for entertainment and don't have a care in the world. She finds it hard to be there. Yeah. And she refuses to fake that.
Yeah.
And so when she has to talk to the media or she has to do interviews, she's not likable, according to Hey Mitch. And Cinna, even though Cinna, her stylist, does really like her, and he's just honest in the sense of, maybe you don't say that.
Yeah. She ends up being a very likable person to the Capitol. But that's because of Cinna, who is her stylist, and the clothes that he puts her in.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to fake it on the chariot ride.
Yep.
Once she got into it, and then so that made her likable.
Yeah.
And then more importantly, she's with PETA, and PETA has, in his interview, woven this "I'm in love with Katniss," which made them both likable.
And she got an 11.
She got an 11 on her training scoring. No one knows why. So now it's...
Those things are kept private.
You've volunteered for your sister. You were great at the chariot games and you caught my rose and you were blowing kisses at me. And PETA's in love with you, so we have to be in love with you.
This is a star-crossed lovers
And
situation.
you scored an 11. Why did you score an 11? It's so mysterious. Because in her interview, Caesar Flickerman, who was the interviewer of all of this, is like, tell us why you got an 11. And she's like, I think I need to keep that a secret. And so now she's like mysterious and likable, and somehow she became a likable person, and Haymitch is probably like, how the fuck did that happen? Because she's, for all intents and purposes, not likable.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then through all of this, the reason you have to be likable is because you can get sponsors who send you things that you need in the arena, which is where they fight to the death. And if you're not likable, then they aren't going to send you stuff.
So when we say fight to the death, we don't mean like they're all in wrestling clothes fighting. You are in a situation
Surviving to the death?
Yes. You probably will have to kill at some point, but they're in whatever environment they're placed in. So in this case,
it's different every year.
Yes. In this case, they're kind of in like a wooded area.
Yeah.
There's a lake, there's woods, there's the cornucopia, which is at the center, which does house like weapons and supplies and things. But once the bell sounds, they typically don't go for that if they're not one of the career tributes, because those are the strongest, and so they're going to go up there and kill anybody that tries to attack. And
or just get supplies.
That is just that's what happens. And so typically the smaller, she is small, tributes kind of fan out and try to make it without those items for as long as they can. So this isn't like an arena where people are just like in a wrestling ring and like fighting to the death. It's how long can you survive and be the last one standing.
The when they first go into the training facility, the person who introduces them to the training facility even says, most of you are going to die from starvation or dehydration or an infection of some type. Like, most of you are not going to die by the hands of another one. It's because you didn't know how to survive. So
unfortunately for her, she comes from knowing how to survive.
Yeah, because she had to.
They live in the poorest section of their district.
Yeah. Technically, there's a fence that's supposed to be electric outside of their district that leads to the woods where if they needed to, they could go hunt for game and just go out there and explore and find, vegetation that's edible. But that fence is technically supposed to be on. It was never on. They
don't always have electricity in her district.
That's true too, yeah. So her dad, before he died, taught her how to survive. He taught her how to hunt. He taught her how to learn what vegetation you could eat. He taught her how to find various vegetation. So she, once she got out of her grief, almost a couple weeks when she's like, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
She realized, like, I know how to do these things. And she turned into her dad and the breadwinner, and she did all of these things. So she does know how to survive. And unfortunately, is that yours?
Alarm. Yeah.
I'm like, what is that?
This is why we don't do book club on Thursday. That is my reminder to make sure that the trash can is by the road for pickup tomorrow. But it is by the road, so we're good.
We're good. The game makers that year happened to make their arena a forest. And she knows how to survive in a forest. So she did get an advantage at that point. The odds were a little bit in her favor right there. So yeah, her and PETA go through. PETA makes friends with the careers.
She makes friends with Rue.
she does. Who is one of the youngest?
Yeah,
and
she's
smallest.
She's 12, so that would be her
girls.
first year.
She reminds her of her sister.
She's from District 11, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's them surviving. Katniss quickly finds out that, and I think they knew this before, that they made this arena and they have the technology that they can create things that aren't real in the arena. So
they can create situations.
Yeah.
If it's getting too boring or too lackadaisical, or like the careers are on this side and she's on this side, they can make things happen that pushes them together. Yeah. Like a fire on this side and a lightning storm on this side or something.
Yeah.
To push them together, to cause them to have to face each other, to have to fight, to
make it entertaining. Because that's their job.
That is their job. And if the Capitol people find it boring, then that game maker is not doing well.
Yeah.
So they will use things like that to their advantage.
Yeah. And they do.
Mm-hmm.
And she realizes that. It's also, this is not explored as much in the movies because I think it's kind of hard to. We get her inner monologue of she understands Haymitch. And at one point, she's also, I feel like, a little too confident. She's like, oh, I definitely got sponsors, right? Like, Haymitch should be sending me water because he sees I'm, like, thirsty and on the brink of dehydration. He would definitely send me water. But then she's like, but if he's not, that means I'm close to water. So I should keep going. And so she does, and she finds water. But the other side of that is I'm like, I feel like you're a little too confident there. Like, what if you just didn't get a sponsor and you weren't getting water? And she does that a few times. And Haymitch does send her what she needs whenever she is done. So it almost is like they just understand each other.
I think they both came from the same area.
Yeah. Oh, so Haymitch is her, what are they called? Mentor?
Yes.
Haymitch is their mentor.
All of the terms were running through my brain, but I was like, not a sponsor, not a teacher.
No.
What is he?
The mentors of the tributes from that year are previous winners from your district.
So
District
Haymitch
12
is from her district, and he has one.
To have won his district. So, yeah.
Which means that he's messed up in the head.
Yeah.
He stays drunk a lot, but you have to understand that he has won a Hunger Game, which means he has killed and people have attempted to kill him.
Yeah. We do find out in this, I'm sure it's this book. It might be the next book. He was in a quarter quell, which is every 25 years.
Yes.
He was in the 50th, so he was in the second quarter quell. And every quarter quell, there are different rules.
It's worse.
And he was in one of them, so his games were a little more. I'm not going to say it because I don't remember if it was in this book or not. I guess I can look it up. So yeah, he was a winner, and he's fucked up in the head and drunk all the time. And when
Effie is their
stylist. No.
Escort? She gets them where they need to be on time.
Yeah, we'll go with escort.
It describes her in the book as like she's always made up. Her clothes are funny. Her hair is funny. And when you see her in the movie, they did a great job based off that description. And that's how everybody in the Capitol looks and dresses. So that's kind of fun. Especially when she comes to District 12, because District 12 is full of coal and everybody there is dirty and poor and, bare. It's really bare. There's not like gardens and fruit and flowers and everything growing on every corner. It's just really bare. And then you have her standing there on the stage in her wild hair and crazy clothes, and she's just kind of shocking compared to that backdrop.
Yeah.
But she's super, super sweet, and she really has faith in them that they can really, pull this off. And they fight right up until the very end. Someone does kill Rue.
And it's sad in the movie.
It is.
But it's really fucking sad in the book.
It's awful.
Oh my gosh.
But
I think the movie, Jennifer Lawrence makes it, her acting makes it even, like, sadder and, you know, whatever. In the book.
When she takes on, when she volunteers as tribute, they don't clap for her in District 12 because there's nothing to celebrate. We're sending someone off to potentially die. So there's nothing to celebrate. So instead of doing that, they do the hand signal for their district. Do you want to demonstrate?
You take 3 hands and you to your lips and then out. And then, so that's what they do. Rue's district, she explained to Katniss that she's the smallest and the lightest. So when they were up in the orchard, she'd be at the top of the tree, which means she could see the sun or something she would know first when they were off the clock. So she would give her signal, and then all of the Mockingjays around would copy it. So it would go down to the bottom where they'd be like, okay, we're done working. And there's a combination of that when Rue dies. So Katniss and Rue devise a plan that they want to blow up the supply of the careers. The reason they want to do that is because we know how to survive. The careers don't know how to survive. They're given everything. They don't know what it's like to be hungry. They don't know what it's like to be thirsty.
We need to make it hard for them.
We need to take those things away from them because they're most likely going to last less time than we are because we know what it's like to be hungry. We're used to it. They're going to be little babies about it. So they decide to blow up their supplies and they have this whole plan devised and you're going to go put this on fire and there's going to be smoke. They're going to go run to it and then I'm going to blow it up. So she does that and she blows it up. And then she goes she goes to where she's supposed to meet Rue and Rue's not there. I think she goes to sleep for the night because she's like, Rue's probably hiding in a tree somewhere. Because that's what she did. She climbed and she could jump from tree to tree and she was just tiny and she could evade things really easy. So she went to sleep. She gets up the next morning and she starts going and she's like, I'm going to find Rue. And then she starts hearing the sound that Rue taught her through the birds. So she starts running for her. And when she runs for her, eventually she starts hearing Rue scream. And she's caught up in like a net. So she's cutting her down. And then as she cuts her down, a spear goes through Rue. And then she very quickly shoots a bow and arrow at the person in the direction of where the spear came from. And she kills the guy from District 1. Which we later find out his name is... Never mind, I'm not going to pretend I don't remember. We don't find that out till book 2, though, so I'm still good. So she kills him, and then Rue's dead. Like, she has a spear in her.
You don't come back from that.
And she doesn't die out right away. So her and Katniss are talking. She's like, did you blow up the food? And she goes, yes, I blow it up. And then she just sings to her the song that she sings to her sister when her sister has a bad dream. And
it's awful.
It's listen, I thought reading it was bad and I thought hearing Jennifer Lawrence sing it was bad. The audio version, the person that is reading these books, she starts like getting choked up. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to read it. Don't get choked up.
Don't cry. I'll cry if you cry.
It happens a couple times where she gets choked up. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't do that. So Katniss basically sings her to sleep until she's done.
How awful.
Yeah, it's bad. So she is like in turmoil. She's really sad. They know that when a tribute dies, that the Capitol has these little hovercrafts come in and pick up their bodies, so that way they can just they get rid of the bodies. And she explains that they ship them back to their districts in a plain wooden box. So she knows that the hovercrafts or whatever aren't going to come get the body until she has cleared the area. So she goes really close by, gets flowers, and puts them all around her, and so much so I think she covers up the wound. And then, like, she pays, like, tribute to her And then she makes the sound, and she does her 3 fingers and out as a sign of respect.
Because they're showing her on TV.
Yeah, they know. She knows. I'm on TV right now. I'm going to show them that. I don't remember. She wasn't rebelling, but she
was pissed.
She was pissed, and she wanted the people.
She wanted District 11 to know that she loved her, and she cared for her, and she's sorry that this happened.
Yeah. So she's crying, and then so there is a deleted
almost
scene.
Like I want to win. I'm gonna win for her.
Yeah, because now you've pissed her off.
Mm-hmm.
She is crying. And in the book, she gets a package. She gets a sponsorship package, and it is a loaf of bread. Earlier in the book, because Pete is the baker, he dumps out a basket of bread, and he's like, "This is from this district, and this is why, and this is." So she knows from the bread that it came from District 11. So she knows that at this stage of the game, that costs a lot of money, and she's very thankful to the district that they gave her that bread, and she knows why they gave her that bread, because of Rue.
It gives me chills.
There's actually a deleted scene that did not get into the movie of Katniss receiving the bread.
They should have just played it.
Well, the first time I found that, I was like, no, there's not, and I looked it up, and it's heartbreaking. So I was like, it's fine, I guess.
We don't need to see it.
So now Rue is dead. I think we are down to.
Obviously, her and Peeta.
At this point, it's her and Peeta. Thresh, which is the boy from District 11.
Mm-hmm.
The boy and girl from District 2.
Mm-hmm.
The girl from District, I think she's 8. It's Foxface. I don't remember what.
Oh, no, she's dead.
Not at this point.
Yeah.
No, she's not.
I already read that she died.
Foxface?
Yes.
She's one of the last there.
She said Foxface.
Foxface isn't dead.
Maybe she was listing her as people alive.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I read her name.
Foxface dies right before the Mutts come in.
I read her name.
Okay, she's not dead yet. That's 6. I think that's it. She's not dead because she hasn't even got to Peeta yet. And Foxface is one of the ones who got a gift in the cornucopia. So let me know. I think there's 6 now. Yeah. 6 sounds right. I feel like I'm forgetting someone, to be honest. Foxface isn't dead.
One more time for the people in the back.
So right now, the game makers have announced that they have taken back the rule of only one victor, and you can now win. 2 people can now be crowned victors if they are from the same district. And at this point,
it's never happened before.
It's District 2 because both of them are alive, and District 12 because both of them are alive. So at this point, Katniss is like, I gotta find Peeta. And Peeta has already found her once with the careers because he teamed up with the careers. And when he helped her escape because she almost got, the guy from District 2 stabbed him in the leg, and so he's injured.
This is when she finds him in the movie and he's laying in the water.
And I mean, it's the same thing in the book. It's almost the exact same. She's like...
He was perfectly camouflaged.
Yes. So he's always decorated the cake, so he learns how to camouflage himself.
I haven't read this part of the book.
So he is near the creek in the mud, near a rock, and all she hears is him say something like, "Hey, Katniss," or whatever, and it scares the shit out of her. And then she looks down and she realizes it's Peeta, and he's perfectly camouflaged in, I think, the bed of a creek and near a rock formation or some shit. So she undigs him, takes him to the water, and realizes his leg is badly hurt. But if they both survive, then they can both go home. So now she's like, we gotta do this shit.
She has ointment.
She didn't have any more at that point.
It's not the way it went in the movie.
What do you mean?
In the movie, she still had ointment.
Not for him. They get that as the gift. So she's trying to nurse him back to health. It rains for like 3 days solid for some reason, and I don't know what the capital was thinking at that point, because there was like 3 days of nothing. No one died.
Maybe people went out of town.
I don't know what happened.
So
I was like,
we're gonna pause the game.
It's like, why is the capital putting up with this? So it rained for like 3 days, but eventually, PETA's getting like fevers. He's super sick because of the wound in his leg. He can't move it.
Probably got sepsis.
Probably. And then they announced that each of you needs something really bad, and tomorrow morning at the cornucopia, your thing will be there. And that is, there's a 2 and 11. She's from district, I still don't know what, I want to say 7 or 8, Foxface, and then 12. They all need something badly. This is what they have.
It's just risky to be out in the open
right.
to get it.
And now they all know that they're going to be there. Like, everyone knows who's going to be there. So, PETA is saying, don't go. I don't want you to go for me. Please don't. Like, you're going to get hurt, whatever. And she's like, okay, I won't. And then Haymitch sends her a gift. And she realizes it is a vial of, like, sleep syrup. So she tricks PETA and gives him, like, water and with the sleep syrup, and actually like mashes berries. She goes, look, I mashed up some berries and made us a little smoothie or some shit. And he's like, this is really good. It tastes kind of familiar though. She goes, I don't know what you're talking about. Keep drinking. And it's right at the end when he's done drinking it that he realizes that there's sleep syrup in it, and he's been betrayed, and he can't help it though. He falls asleep. So that was...
I would want to sleep through the whole thing. So.
That was another her and Haymitch having a moment of...
Haymitch knows that she'll do what has to be done.
Yeah, so she does. The next morning, the cornucopia is empty, so she's like, where is it? And then all of a sudden, something opens in the ground and something comes up, and it is each of their gifts. Foxface was really smart, and she was hiding in the back of the cornucopia. She must have got there last night. And then all she has to do is she runs out, grabs her thing, and just runs into the forest. So she got hers. Cool. Katniss goes to get towards hers, and then she hears a whizzing, and there is a freaking knife being thrown at her head because the girl from District 2 is also there and trying to kill her. So they have a little tussle, and they fight, and her name is Clove. She's a bitch. And she basically is like, where's your little friend, huh? Where's your little lover boy? And then she's like, oh, what's her name? Rue. And is talking about Rue. And
How dare she?
And then all of a sudden, Katniss feels the weight of her being lifted off of her. She's like, what the fuck happened? And it's because Thrush has picked her ass up. And is like, what'd you say about Rue? And basically kills her with a rock. So she said, I hear a thud, and I know that something has happened to her, and when she's thrown back down on the ground next to me, there is a large indentation on her head. And I was like, God damn. So he killed her. And then his name is Thresh. He's the boy from 11. He looks at Katniss and is like, you took care of Rue. She goes, yeah. Like, she was my ally. I fed her, and I sung her to sleep. And he knows that means she sung her until she died.
To death.
It just sounds better to say it that way. So he goes, okay, this one time, 12, I'll give you a bye. And he lets her go. He goes and gets what he needs, and he runs off, and he lets her go. So she's able to get her shit and run. And it is medicine for PETA's leg. So
he doesn't want to be an amputee today.
Nope. So he gets medicine. So they start walking out. They realize that the rain has stopped. And PETA walks out to, like, they're in a cave. He walks out to the opening of the cave, and he's like, Katniss, Thrush is dead. She goes, no, he's not. I'm looking at his picture in the sky. He's dead. And that's when they realize, like, this is the end. So at this point, it is Foxface, Katniss, PETA, and Cato, which is the boy from 2. So they go out, and I think Foxface dies the same way. I think she's berries. I don't think that's right. I don't figure how Foxface does.
Somebody does.
Because he's collecting them. Let's see. So yeah, they are, let's go to the very end here.
What is the old man's name in The Walking Dead?
Herschel? Peter's Herschel.
They could have just cut his leg off and he could have been Herschel. You know, they cut his leg off in the jail. They didn't have any medics around. They just did it.
Let's see. Oh, I don't want that fox face. That one's dramatic. Traumatic. All right, let's see.
Is there an alternate death? That's not?
No, it's the mutts and them explaining the mutts, and they're talking about fox face. We'll get there. So given our late start to the day, when we reach the plane, it's already early evening. There's no sign of Cato, no sign of anything except the gold cornucopia glowing in the slanting sun rays. Just in case Cato decided to pull a fox face on us, we circle the cornucopia. That's because she ran out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that one either. Don't do it.
Could you proofread first next time, please?
No. I watched her shine in the sky. Okay.
So she dies.
Oh, yeah. So she does. She eats the berry. It takes a while to explain the situation to Peeta, how Foxface stole the food from the supply pile. That's whenever he was explaining, all of that shit.
She eats poisonous berries and she dies.
Yeah.
Moral of the story there.
Yeah, if they fold Foxface, maybe they can fold Cato as well. So she did eat the poisonous berries. So now it is Cato, Katniss, and Peeta.
Katniss and Peeta are the only two that can win.
So they could go together, home together. They have mutts, or mutations is what they call them. And basically it's the things that the game makers create and put in the arena. So they have like a wolf-like creature that comes out and is like chasing them, but then Katniss slowly realizes that it is each of the tributes that has died. It's them, but in wolf form. It has their face, their eyes, and it's just like a wolf form.
Creepy.
Yeah. So the first one she realizes is I think like Rue. She's like, oh fuck, it's Rue. And the color of their hair too. So they're running from mutations, and the cornucopia you can kind of jump on. So they end up getting up on the cornucopia. Cato also ends up getting up there. And then they all like bicker back and forth about who's going to be thrown out into the mutts and blah, 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 blah. It ends up that Cato it's pretty true to the movie. He's holding Peeta, and Peeta draws an X with blood on Cato's hand because he trusts Katniss's aim, and because he has him like in a headlock, and he draws an X on his hand, and Katniss does hit his arm, so he pulls back. When he pulls back, Peeta pushes him, and he goes back into the mutations. But he's not dead yet because he's dying slowly, so she does kill him. And then they're like, cool, we won. And then they come on, the game maker, and says, we rescind our previous rule, only one victor can come out alive. So Peeta's like, just shoot me, just kill me, you deserved it, you get to go home. And Katniss, I think at this point, she's pissed off because, like, fuck you guys.
She's pissed off about Rue still.
Yeah. She has grown an affection towards Peeta, even if it's just as a friend. Like, she cares for him. She's not going to kill him.
They've just survived all of this together.
Yeah. So she still has the berries, the poisonous berries in her pocket, and she pulls them out, and Peeta's like, no, what are you doing? And she goes, just trust me. So they go to eat them at the same time. And because the game maker realizes, oh, I'm going to have, like, no victors, he's like, never mind, stop. And then they're announced as the victors. At the end of the book, Haymitch tells Katniss, like, just so you know, you fucked up and they're really mad at you. And I'm going to need you to convince everyone that you are in love with Peeta and that you would rather die than be with him. and that's why you did that, and not
rather
because
die than be without him.
Yeah, that one. And that's why you did that. It wasn't an act of rebellion. That you were doing it because you were madly in love.
Because the act of rebellion is why we have the Hunger Games in the first place.
Yeah, that shit.
That's how the Capitol keeps control of them and shows them that they have control of them. And she just showed them, you won't control me.
Yeah. So she does that. She gets to meet up with PETA at their interview. They have kept PETA away from her this whole time. She finally gets to see him, and that's when she realizes that they had to amputate his leg.
Oh, Herschel.
And he has a prosthetic, pretty much. So she freaks out a little bit about that. And then they're basically, crowned victors, and they get to go home. And that is the end of the book. She says, I can't, I'm, the last words, I will have to see what awaits me. Because she knows that the government is mad at her.
Hit the fan.
Yeah. So, and on top of that, her and PETA survived this, and PETA's in love with her, and that's a whole other shit show that she has to deal with, so. But yeah.
She gotta go home and tell Gale.
Yeah. Gale's a little bitch. He pisses me off. In the book and in the movie. I hate him all the way around. So yeah. The biggest difference between the book and the movie is PETA actually loses his leg in the book.
Oh, Herschel.
The mutations are the past tributes, and the way Thresh died. After reading Haymitch's book, Sunrise on the Reaping, a lot of people have questions about what Thresh was doing. Because Thresh was nowhere to be seen or heard from the whole games. He was on a part of the arena that no one went to because they knew that was Thresh's territory, and he was a big motherfucker. So they were like, we don't want to go over there. And all of a sudden he died when Kato went after him because he took Kato's pack too. So they're like, Kato won in that fight? So we don't really know what happened with Thresh. And because we know shady shit happens with Haymitch's games that we didn't know in these books, people are questioning if Thresh was doing other shady shit. Which is interesting. So, yeah.
If Thresh was doing something shady, or if the Capitol did something shady to him?
Both. So.
I feel like he's not high up enough in the district numbers to be doing something shady.
What do you think I mean when I say shady?
I don't know. What do you mean when you say
what
shady?
do you, what are some examples that when I say that? What do you mean? What do you think?
I don't know.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Oh, I feel like this is a conversation we have to wait for Sunrise on the Reaping. For you to read Sunrise on the Reaping. Rebellion shady.
Okay, rebellion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we do find out about the next game. Was the whole thing rebellion?
Yeah. The question is, was some of that trying to happen in this game with Thresh, and he just failed?
Well, no, because she only got one.
One what?
12. You only get one. Only because you helped Rue.
Right. But could he have been doing something to try and break the game? Is the question.
I think we're digging.
I'm going to ask you that same question after you read Sunrise on the Reaping.
I won't have anything to give you because if he's not in the story, my imagination does not dig into what could have been. My imagination says this is what they gave me and I went with it.
Which they didn't give us anything on him.
Exactly. So there was nothing. So I'm not going to be like, well, what was he doing?
Okay, I'm going to need to... What do you know about Sunrise on the Reaping?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
No. I haven't even seen the 2 movies.
Sunrise on the Reaping isn't a movie yet. It comes in November.
I know, but I'm saying I haven't even finished these 2 movies.
You don't need to...
That's how far behind I am.
It's a prequel.
So I haven't read the books. I haven't seen the movies.
So there's lots of theories and stuff based on the information we get in Sunrise on the Reaping.
Theories irritate me sometimes.
They're pretty solid theories. A lot of it, I was reading this book, and I was like, oh. oh, because now I know Haymitch's story, and it comes back to a lot of this. I'm like, oh, damn. Like his birthday. Made me sad. Small spoiler. I only say it's small because it's the first line of the Sunrise on the Reaping. Haymitch's birthday is July 4th. Reaping Day every year is July 4th. His birthday is Reaping Day. There's a reason motherfucker's drunk all the time. So, yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. But it makes me sad. Because everyone's like, he's just a drunk. And I was like, he has reason to be a drunk. Oh, he does.
I wouldn't say that would be the only reason. I mean, obviously he goes through some shit.
Oh, no. I know the reasons he can...
Right. I'm saying I wouldn't say that would be the only reason. I know there are other reasons, but for Reaping Day.
First of all, that's fucking depressing. Your birthday is like the day where everyone's like, you get to go and die now.
I mean,
that alone is a little bit of like, maybe let me do a shot of tequila for the day.
It gives you a reason to party. Party like it's your last day on Earth.
Haymitch's book is really fucking sad.
Woody Harrelson plays Haymitch, and I just love him, and he does such a good job.
There is a prequel or epilogue in Sunrise on the Reaping that makes everyone believe that Woody Harrelson, Josh Hutcherson, and Jennifer Lawrence are going to reprise their roles in Sunrise on the Reaping movie because they're in an epilogue. So we're like, do we get them again? And they're all very shady in any interviews that they have. They're like, I don't know where I was. I don't know what I was doing. And it's very shady. So we're like, are they going to be in it? Are they going to be in it? It would be great if they reprise their roles.
I love him in everything.
I love him. He's just...
Zombieland? Those are great movies.
But I also like Philip Seymour. And he's great, too. He is Heavensby in the second movie. The Game Maker.
Oh.
Yeah. I love him. He's in Moneyball, and I didn't realize that.
That was a random movie to walk into you watching.
I was like, have I seen this? Because I get that one and The Problem with the Curve or The Trouble with the Curve mixed up. Mm-hmm. Until I watch them, I'm like, oh, this one's Moneyball. Oh, this one's Trouble with the Curve. I think I've only seen that movie once. I've seen Trouble with the Curve a lot.
But somehow you still get them mixed up.
Yeah.
Well, now you have to add The Condemned to your watch list. I can't believe you call yourself a wrestling fan and you've not watched it.
Let me see. What's it on?
Oh, I don't know.
Right now, I'm doing a Marvel rewatch, getting ready for Doomsday. So.
Ew.
Don't ew me.
Ew.
When
we were in theaters watching Minions and Monsters, they showed the full preview for the new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It does.
And
I've already prepared for that one.
So it also made me want to cry, though.
Yeah, it's going to make me cry, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's a wrap on Book Club.
Yep. Catch us next week for Catching Fire.
We're going to read Catching Fire next week, and I'm going to finish this book and read Catching Fire because I'm off work. I'm on vacation. No working for me after 2 of the most stressful weeks. No working for me.
I'm on chapter 17 of Catching Fire. I have like 4 hours left in the book.
I need you to calm down. I need you to pick up a book and read it.
I did buy Crazy Rich Asians, all 3 of them. The first one's
I didn't know those were books.
I learned about it recently, and I really love the movie. I never
saw the movie, but I thought it looked so good.
It is a visually stunning movie. I love that movie.
Visually stunning, like they're all pretty?
First of all, yes, they're all pretty, but it is a pretty, like, just backdrops. The wedding in it is beautiful. Like,
I want to get married.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Just for the wedding. I'm already married. How long have I been married?
12?
That doesn't sound right. I got married in 2009.
19 was 10. 29 would be 20. 26. 17?
Dear God.
Or it'll be 17 this year.
Yeah.
Because it's December, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 17.
Do I look that old?
No.
Okay, good.
So we're gonna read Catching Fire and talk about that one. And then we'll be back.
Okay, bye.
Bye.